Hello there. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. So excited to have you here with me on the 1st of January 2024. It's been a great night. I don't know how your night was, but you can share in the comment section there. My voice is I'm still recovering, but I've been looking forward to having this conversation with you. Before we start, very quickly, I'm just going to take probably an hour of your time, and I hope it will be worth your while. If you don't have a book and a pen, please, I recommend that you have one. I want to be communicating with you. So can I have you type Happy New Year in the comment section if you are ready to go? Because I'm ready to go. We've got a great number of people on there, and I'm still waiting for more people to join. I've seen about 10 nationalities that have over 10 nationalities that have registered to join in this webinar, and I'm super excited. Very quickly, yes, Happy New Year. Thank you so much. I can see Jabu, I can see Alan, I can see Chrissy, I can see Mommy Claire, I can see Richard. Wow, the number is great. And thank you. You being here for me is a sign that you are really ready to make 2024 a bigger year. And I believe that there is power in a new year. We just probably may have to change some few stuffs. Grace, Cynthia, Edward, everyone on the really great. I'm going to share some slides with you. So it will make it very quick. It will make it very fast. I promise I don't want to take much time. If you have any questions as we go along, please use your comment sections as you are doing. And we can see you in the control room all across the world. And my team here is working hard enough to get your comments and your questions on there. So even though you're watching alone, you're going to have people from different parts of the world connected with you, and really we learn something together. So my name is Kofi Amwatin. I am a lead consultant. I will talk a little bit about myself as we go on. Now, as we start, very timely webinar that I'm having and I'm hosting with you. If you're opportune to be here for free, then you are really great to have you here. Most of the times I'll do it for those that I do coach, but this year I want us to begin with this. So you are welcome, and let's get going. Okay, and let's get going. So the topic I have this evening is start with purpose, and my aim is what you can see there. My aim is really to help you to understand something. I want you to help you to understand something, that purpose has a significant impact in your life, not just a new year, in your life. Purpose has a significant impact in your life. And this is my aim, this is my objective. I want you to put it down. And hopefully by the time we finish tonight, we will get somebody to get understanding. And if I could add some value to your life and help you to develop some strategies for the year 2024, hey, that is why I am here. Most importantly, for some of you who want to work with me along your year, I'll also give you the opportunity for that to be done. But I want you to stay with me very quickly. Happy New Year, Ola. Happy New Year, Prit. Happy New Year, John. Happy New Year, Isaac. Everybody on there, Happy New Year. I can see your comment sections here in the technical team with me here. And we are really excited that you are coming on this journey with us. So let's run around. Let me introduce myself very quickly. My name is Kofi. You can simply call me Kofi. Of late, I call myself the leap man. And for me, leap simply means I'm a life coach. As you can see on there, leap simply means I'm a life coach. I double up as an entrepreneur as well. I run a couple of organizations. One of it is the one that is organizing this webinar for you, which is the AFA Coaching School, The Purpose Achieving Life. I'm also an author of several books. I'll show you in the next slides. I've written quite a number of books that really will help you in any way that you go. And I also double as a pastor. So if my voice is gone, then that means I was playing my pastoral role last night and over the night, and I'm still here with you. So I'm a man with a lot of hats on, and what I'm going to discuss with you is something very personal to me that really will help you how I juggle all these things together and still keep a sane mind and I hope to add something to your life and your organization. If you're an individual, great. If you're an organization, great, and stuff like that. Now, as I said earlier, these are some of the things that I do. I run with my wife the Yam Spice Foods, which is an African restaurant in the city of Bradford, doing great stuff in here. We run the charity New Joy International Gospel Church as well, where I pastor, and I run the organization, the AFAB Coaching School. If you are in the Bradford area and you want some free food to eat on a Monday, we offer a free hot meal where we currently working with Asda, Neighborly, Tesco, Aldi. Great stuff. And below are some of my books. And beyond here, you could catch me free on my podcast. If you go on all the podcast platform, you will find me there. Just type my name, as you can see here, and you will find my podcast. Or go on Amazon, wherever you are, and get some of the books. If you want to join my coaching program, you will be part of that coaching program. Now, let's start very quickly. I'll bring my slide back. But how many of us have heard that it's great to start the new year with a new resolution? Let me tap in there if you are ready with a new resolution. If you have a new year resolution, type yes for me very quickly. I want us to be very engaging so we can be very quick. If you have I'm about to make a statement, so I just want you to be with me very quickly. New year resolution. If you have had a new year resolution before, type it in. It's the best question to ask now because it is the first of the year. I can have Jabu. Jabu said yes. Jabu said yes. Jabu said yes. Richard said yes. Grace says yes. And a lot of people are typing yes. Now here, I'm about to bust your bubble. You see, it has been discovered that many people start the year with New Year resolutions, but for about 60-70% of people, by the third month, they have forgotten their New Year resolution. I don't know whether it has happened to you before. If it has happened to you before in the past couple of years, I want to see, because it is true. We've been told start with the New Year resolution, but by research, it has been discovered that more than half of the percentage of people don't fulfill their New Year resolution. As a matter of fact, a higher percentage of people by the end of a year don't even remember their New Year resolution. Now, this is where I'm coming from. And I want to, it is not that a resolution is not powerful. A resolution is powerful, but there is something that is more than a resolution. And that is where I am coming to you with start with purpose. Start with purpose. I'm going to give you two examples. I can see a lot of yeses, meaning that many people have tried it and seen that they have not been very, very effective. And I'm going to show you the reason why perhaps you have not been effective. And perhaps this year you will do things from a different perspective, because I want to show you something very, very different. You will do something from a very, very, very different perspective. Very quickly. Come with me. Now, let me not go ahead of myself. Good. I want to give you two examples. One is very personal and one is very organizational, to help those who are here for themselves personally, and also to help those who are here for their organizations, or you really want to start something very great in 2024 and don't want to end up like the story I'm about to tell you. I have all of them in slides, but I want you to listen to me and I'll go in the slides and help you to make some notes. Now, about 5 years ago, exactly a day like this, I used to work in the NHS, and it was the first. I remember very carefully, very clearly. It was the first of January 5 years ago, and I used to get a bus and go to work in Dewsbury. Those of you who are working, those who are living in Bradford, you'll get it. If you are outside here, don't worry. Still follow me, and I believe that you'll get it. And on my way, as I sat in the bus, I had one of my colleagues came on the bus in the morning, and just like we all greeted ourselves as we started today, I said to her, "Happy New Year," and she looked at me. And he said that there is nothing new, there's nothing good about the new year. How many of you have heard that before? Or how many of you are even saying that right now? He looked at me and he said, there's nothing good about the new year. She sat by me. I don't want to mention her name, but she sat by me. And for about 20 minutes before we got to the workplace, I began to engage a conversation with her. And I discovered that she's an example of one who had given up on a new year, because, hear me, for years she believed in what we just talked about. She believed in setting goals, and after a period of time she discovered that every goal she set, it does not materialize, it does not come true, and so she gave up on the new year. That is why she told me what is good about the new year. We had this conversation for about 15 minutes. We got to the workplace. She got down and I got down, and we all went into our various departments and worked. Now listen to this. This is a case, I call it the case of myself and a working colleague. 5 years ago, I was working with her. 5 years now, I'm not working with her, and I'm still in contact with her. She's still working there. There is something, we both had goals, but I was able to fulfill my goals within 5 years and leave. She has not fulfilled the goals. She has given up on the new year, and she is still where she still is. And I know for a truth, not just for, I know, or let me say, I know for a fact that she does not like what she is doing, but she's stuck in there. This is the case of myself, Kofi, and a work colleague. And these are the 3 points I can pick from this story to help you to understand it. Over 80% of people in the workplace do not like what they do. Maybe some of you are here. Maybe some of you are here. You do something you don't like. You see, it is said that people dread Monday mornings. People dread Monday mornings. People like Fridays. That's why in this country, Friday is very big. But Monday, people dread it. Why? You see, if you don't like what you are doing, there are 2 reasons. And listen to me very carefully. It is more like you are living somebody's life, or you are not living your best life. It is more like you are living somebody's life, or you are not living your best life. And many of you, like this work colleague that I'm talking about, actually have given up on the year. You just enter into, somebody said, yes, very true. Great. Thank you for being honest. I want honest people here. You just go with the euphoria of New Year. You have actually given up on goals. And I want to show you why. I think you are to start with purpose. Don't start with goals first. You are to start with purpose. And that is why I'm here. Start with purpose, and I'm going to define it for you. So stick with me. Start with purpose. Because like this colleague, she's still stuck in there. She's part of the 80% of people who don't like what they do. Whilst I was there, we all did not like it. But she's still stuck in there. She's even gotten to a point, her case is so worse. Mommy Claire says so true. It's so true. Zilpha Simpson. Mommy Claire, yes. So there is a reason for that. And hopefully I want to change somebody's mind within the next hour. I want to change somebody's mind within the next hour. Hopefully I can do that by God's grace. And so you stick with me. You see, the difference between me and this colleague is not goals, but purpose. Because like I was telling you, listening to her, she had goals for a long time. And for many years, she had goals, but she had not been able to fulfill the goals to a point that she had given up on the so-called New Year resolution. It thinks it's fake. There's nothing new. It's still the old things. Because what's the difference between 31st and 1st? It's simply one day. The difference is in the mind. The difference is in how you start and how you think. So thank God yesterday we went to church. Fine. I'll even come on that. But I want to sit down with you very practically and give you some very, very simple advice that hopefully will help you. Okay? So the difference between me and that colleague in the space of 5 years of me living and achieving gradually the things that I want to achieve, and she's still stuck there, is beyond goals. It is purpose. It is how we start. Number 3, if your mindset, hear me very carefully, if your mindset does not correspond with your actions, your goals will suffer. I'm telling you the reason why New Year resolution doesn't work for many of you, which you have said right here. is because your mindset does not correspond with your actions. You say one thing, but you think and do other things. So it's not good enough to just write goals. I want a car, I want a house, I want a degree, I want a master's, I want money. If I should say, you write down your New Year resolution. These are the things many of you are going to write down. I want a car, I want a new house, I want a new I want to travel. These are the things that you will write down. But there is a higher probability that even though you write down these things, at the end of the year or even 3-6 months down the lane, you have even forgotten about them. And this is the case between me and my colleague. I want to move you to the second case. The second case, I'm taking it to organizational. The second case is between Yam Spice and an organization in Leeds I will not mention. Now, those of you who don't know Yam Spice, like I said, Yam Spice is an African restaurant in the United Kingdom, in the city of Bradford, that is run by myself and my wife. And we've been running for this our 5th year. And so we keep running. And last year we had an inclination, and most of our customers were coming from one of the cities close to us, which is Leeds. Those of you who know, and we plan to take Yam Spice to Leeds. And so if you're an organization, the first thing you try to do is to go into the city and try and find a place that will host you. So we're moving from one business to another that we're selling, until we went to a very nice fish and chip shop. It looked brand new. Every material there. Yeah, somebody says 5 years. Yes, Yam Spice is entering into its 5th year in 2024. Really. And it's amazing. And let's keep going, because I don't want to take much of your time. Until we went to one fish and chip shop. When we got there, the owner wasn't there, but a staff member was there, and they were selling the business, and we want to go into the city. So she took us, if my wife is watching, she will remember this. She took us to through the business and showed us all the resources that they have and all the things that they have, and the business was selling for 20 grand. Okay, now when I looked into the shop, the materials they had, we didn't need fish and chips because we do African stuff. But I felt that I should ask questions. So being a life coach, and wherever I go, I try to learn something. I did ask her, why are you selling this very beautiful business? And this is what she said. She said that I am not the owner of this business. Listen to me very carefully. But the owner has gotten to a point that he's given up. Now, this is how the business started. He said that the family of the owner set up this business for him. It cost somewhere around 50 to 60,000 pounds to set the business for him. Within 1 year, the owner is at a point that he doesn't want to continue the business. So he is selling the business for 20,000 pounds. Now, the simple mathematics is this. He's actually losing 40 grand. He's losing 40,000 pounds. He's selling the business for 20 grand. Why? Listen to the reason. The reason is because he's gotten to a point, because of the high cost of living, he thinks that it's challenging for customers are not coming in, and it's so difficult, and he wants to do what? He wants to fold the business and go, and so he's selling the business. Okay? At the end, we did not buy the business, but I learned something from it. So I call it the case of Yam Spice and the fish shop in Leeds. I will mention the name. Why is it that he is closing down his business? On the other side of Yam Spice, listen to me very carefully. Yam Spice started with OPM. Who knows what OPM means? I want to find out. Who knows what OPM means? I said that his business started with almost an investment from his family. Almost 60,000, and everything that was new. On the contrast, Young Spice started with OPM. And I want to teach you how you can start a business. I want to teach you how you can start a business. I'm talking about the foundation of Young Spice and how Young Spice started in January 2000. We started with OPM. Who knows what OPM is? Can see over 20, almost 30 or 30 people plus on the class. One of the ways you can start business, I'm teaching you right now, and I want you to get it. You don't need to start business. If you want to start a business, you don't necessarily have to start a business with your own money. I'm giving you a clue. So OPM has money in it. The M there stands for money. And I want somebody to help me very quickly. If not, you write it down very quickly. OPM starts with other people's money. OPM started with other people's money. At the initial part, when we were starting Young Spice, we had the vision, but we didn't have the money. I remember, yeah, Divine, you got it, other people's money. And so that is why I keep telling people you can start without money, because you might have an idea and you have people that have money that want to invest in it, and then you pay them back, or they they take shares out of it. This is one of the ways to start. So if you look at this Lee's business I'm talking about, he started with a family money of about 60,000 pounds. We started with somebody's money. I remember very early, my auntie and my teacher gave us some money, and we started Young Spice in a very small shop before growing up and scaling over. I'm not here for that. So you can start with OPM. Okay. Now, even when we started with OPM, we have been able to sustain the business for its 5th year. And somebody started for 60,000 pounds, and he can't continue in less than 1 year. And this is very true. This is very true. Why and what is the difference between Young Spice as an organization and that fish shop as an organization? Somebody will say grace, and I put question mark there, because yes, it is grace, but it goes beyond that. Number 2, this is what I learned from this story. It is not about starting with all resources. It is about starting with purpose. So that what I learned from that fish shop is we can give you a shop. Hear me? We can give you a shop. Put all your wishes in, your goals in. But if you don't have a very good reason why, along the way, there is a higher probability that you will run away from that business. And that's how come you can get a degree, all right. But if you did not start with purpose, when we give you government roles, it will just be putting money in your own pocket. If we put you in a business, you will run the business down, just like this story I'm talking about. So the third point is it. Without a greater why, you are bound to crash. Without a greater why, you are bound to crash. So this is the point you need to write down. Instead of starting with goals or starting with New Year resolutions, find why your year should be bigger. Start with purpose. Don't start with a New Year resolution. I am changing the trajectory of our minds and how we have been taught over the years. Because with these 2 examples that I've given you, whether you are an individual or whether you are part of an organization or a group, hey, when the tough times come, it will reveal whether you have a purpose or you simply had goals. If somebody gets an understanding. Now, with this in mind, let's shift and let me define to you, what does it mean to have purpose? Or to start with purpose? Not to have purpose, but to start, for instance, start 2024 with purpose. Don't start 2024 with just goals. The goals will come in. I'll show you when it comes in. But don't start it. Don't start it first. First things first. Don't just write goals. I want you to follow me. I want you to now write purpose. And I'm going to show you what this means practically. I'm giving you examples along the way. Number 1, when I say start with purpose, I mean Start with why, not what. Start with why, not what. Follow me. Follow me very carefully. Start with why, not what. Many people like my colleague and many people like the fish owner, they know what they want. So for some of you, like I said, I know you want a car, you want a house, you want doctor added to your name, you want a husband, you want a wife, you want a degree, mention them. Great. That is the what. But why do you want it? Why do you want it? Is the most powerful thing. This is one of the strategies that I'm implementing to you. Start with why, not what. Your why must be greater than your what if you are to survive any venture. Can I say it again? Your why must be greater than your what if you want to welcome. Your why must be greater than your what if you want to survive any venture. The reason why you know what you want, but by June, July, or even March, or by the end of the year, of all the time, you really don't get it, is because your why is little. Number two, when I say start with purpose, I mean begin with an inspiration. So instead of writing, I want this, I want car, I want house, I want visa, I want this, what inspires you as you start the year 2024? That is what I'm talking to you about. What inspires you? Let me give you an example. I want you to write it down. I'm asking you a question. What inspires you? So we wanted to be very practical. So you see, I'm starting to change something now. Yeah. Christine says that your why must be greater than your what if you want to survive any venture. Yes, Christine, that's great. Christine is just a 13-year-old girl, so I wanted to learn much. So yeah. So true. What inspires you? Let me give you an example. This year, those who were with me last night, let me give you an example. This year for me, living a life of transformation and helping people transform their lives is my greatest inspiration. So you see that right at the start of the year, because of that why, that is so powerful, I am here trying to transform your life. So for me, my goal, one of my goals, even at the start of the year, is already being fulfilled. Because I didn't say that my inspiration is sitting in front of you. My inspiration is when I can help somebody to be transformed. This is what I've stated before any other thing. So that's an example. What inspires you is the question I'm asking you. If I ask you, what do you want? Many of you would have written it down in the comment section. But have you noticed that when I say what inspires you, it causes your mind to think? And really, to be honest, many of you are not typing it now. But the work for you, that one of my assignments for you now is to write this stuff down. What inspires me? I'm helping you to start with purpose now. I'm not helping you to start with the goal. And I'll come on that. Number three, when I say start with purpose, it means be motivated by something beyond goals and results. Wanting a car is a result, a goal. Wanting money is a result, is a goal. Wanting a business is a result, is a goal. What inspires you? Before I come to that third one, I think I missed something. What motivates you? Begin with the motivation. Be motivated by something more than, yes, it is there. Be motivated by something beyond goals and results. Because what many of you traditionally have been taught is to have goals and results. without having a motivation to go with it. So behind what you want, what is the real motivation? It is the real motivation that usually will keep you going. You see, because I want to genuinely transform people's life. By March, by April, you see, something bigger than me is driving me. So that's why I said it goes beyond grace. Are you getting what I'm talking to you about? If you get it, say type yes for me so that I know. I don't want you to be quiet because you are not answering what inspires you and what motivates you. But if you really are with me and you are carrying along with me, if you are there, just type yes and let me know that you are following me right now. Just give you 2 seconds. Okay, good. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Jabu. Jabu, thank you for getting it. Everyone, Edward, thank you. All right, so that is enough. I just keep going. Thank you. That is enough. I just keep going. So what motivates you? You see, let me share from organizational point of view. Let me go back to Yam Spice and tell you what is the difference between Yam Spice and that organization. Watch something. At Yam Spice, we are motivated by how we can make Africa proud in a foreign land through the authentic dishes that we have as Africans. Notice that I didn't say that we are motivated by money. The money, any organization must be motivated by money, but deeply the organizations that make a difference, be it Apple, be it the Wright brothers, be it Martin Luther King, I have a dream speech, go follow it. This is a principle I'm showing you. Angela, I like that. Angela said we are gaining insight. That's great. And it's a great insight to gain at the beginning of the year. And I tell you, some of you will come back by the end of the year to say, hello, thank you. Really. Money is the reward. Money is not the motivation. And that's how come people can kill for money. Because they want it so much that they will kill for it. But when you have a positive reason, a positive purpose, you will stick in the trenches, in the difficulties until it happens. So, like I said about Yam Spice, we are motivated by how we can make Africa proud in a foreign land through the authentic dishes that Africa have. So, to see Asians eating our food is what makes us proud. But when the Asians eat our food, we get a reward anyway. But we are not driven by the reward, because if not, we will be like that man that has 60,000 pound investment, but because he can't find the reason why, he's allowing the high cost of living. As a matter of fact, we were born in the high cost of living. 2000, if you remember, was the time COVID started. And that at the time that OPM had been given to us, started somebody's business, and we had to close down for 1 year. But why is it that after 1 year, we all know what happened in the world, we were able to stand, and now we enter into our 5th year? Because we are motivated by something bigger than just the result. Don't live by just the results. You have to live by the motivation and the inspiration. And that is what I say, start with purpose. I'm not saying goals is bad. I want to use the Bible as an example. Look at Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2b. There's something said about Jesus. Listen to this. He says, for the joy set before Jesus, Jesus endured the cross. Look. The motivation of Jesus was the joy to bring the world to God. The inspiration of Jesus was to reconnect you and I back to God. So because of that, he went through the most difficult year or 3 years of his life. Many of you know, Jesus nearly gave up in the Garden of Gethsemane. The only reason he did not give up was because he was motivated by something more than just money. He would have given up on his goal if he did not start with a motivation. That means, this statement means that Jesus started with something. So when I say what inspires you, what motivates you, it must be something that will bring so much joy, and it is so positive to do that you will stop at nothing until that joy comes into your life. Not the what, not the results, but the inspiration, the purpose. You getting it? That is why I mean start with why. Number 4, Start with why means, this is what I mean. This is the last one I'm giving you because of time. It means think and communicate from the inside out and not vice versa. I love what Prit have said. Prit says solving problems, finding what we are good at and bring it out us with purpose. I like that. I like what Benjamin is saying. Benjamin Asma says, so at the end, Jesus crowned the King of Kings on earth. Good. But what motivated him to fulfill his goal was to be crowned the King of Kings on earth. That was his goal. But his inspiration was the joy that was set before him. So Jesus started with why. Great. Number 4, start with why to make it get it more understand. It means think and communicate from the inside out and not vice versa. Now, vice versa means that you can think and communicate from the outside in. There's a difference between living 2024 from the inside out and living 2024 from the outside in. If all you have in the mind and on a piece of paper is the car you want, is the house you want, is the degree you want, is the title you want, is the visa you want, then you are living life from the outside in. If anything obstructs what is happening on the outside, it will affect you. And we are living in hard times. So I gave an example. The lease business was allowing what was, because his motivation was on, oh, if I set up a fish and chip shop, people will buy it, and in 3 months, I'll buy 2 houses, I'll buy 3 cars. And then he realized that people are not buying the way they should buy because there's high cost of living, economic crisis. And because he did not have a stronger he was not communicating from the inside, what is happening on the outside choked him. On the other side, because Yam Spice want to make Africa proud, we are not going to allow what is happening on the outside to stop us from making Africa proud. So our greatest joy is when we served the Lord Mayor of Bradford, who is an equivalent of the King of England coming into a city and coming into your restaurant. And you see, the reason we are so happy for that is because our deeper inspiration was fulfilled. And of all the restaurants around, he chose to come there. Start with why. Think and communicate from the inside out and not vice versa. I'm about to share with you 3 quotes. 1 is an African proverb and 2 is going to come from the Bible. I want you to quickly write it down and use it to start with why. When I say think and communicate from the inside out and not the outside in, there's an African proverb that says, if there is no enemy within, the enemy outside cannot harm us. Live from the inside out. Starting with a purpose is live from the inside out. And this is an African proverb that says, if there is no enemy within, the enemy outside cannot harm us. That's what I mean. The second one is from 1 John 4:4. Listen to this, and I underline it. Greater is he on the inside than he on the outside. That means that if you can be inspired on the inside, the degree on the outside, the car on the outside, the husband on the outside will come. But if you don't have anything inside, it is difficult to achieve what is outside, because there is always going to be a challenge getting what is on the outside. That is what the Bible says. Many of you forget this, but Philippians 2:13, it tells you where God works from. Even God is working within. God does not work without. God always works within. That is why greater is he on the inside than he on the outside. Are you getting an example now? Come on, if you are getting something, let me hear you. Come on. If you are getting something, type something in there. Type one thing that you have learned. If we are to finish right now, I have 15 minutes with you. I want you to quickly type one thing that you have learned that if we are to end tonight, you are going to add to your life for 2024. Write it down. Type it in very quickly for me. Write one thing that you are learning right now. I'm sweating here. One thing that you are learning right now, that if we are to finish right now, you are going to use it for your 2024. I want you to write it down. If not, I'm not going. I'm not continuing. If you want me to continue, you need to write it down because I want to take you to another level. Very, very quickly. Write it down for me, wherever you are. Let me take a sip. What are you taking? I know you are writing, so I want to give you time. What are you taking with you? If I am to finish right now, what are you taking with you? Yeah. Okay, I like what Divine has put down. Divine says, let your mindset correspond with your actions. Great, Divine. I think you should get more from that as well. Somebody said purpose in life. What is it about purpose in life that you are picking up? I want to hear you. What is it about purpose in life quickly? No, purpose in life is big, so what is it, Edward? What is it about purpose in life? Yeah, if you have any questions, drop it as well. Very quickly, please help me. Speak business without a greater why you are bound to crash. That's if a 30-year-old girl can get that really, really great. Without a greater why you are bound to crash. Yeah, very great stuff. So some of you need to restructure and come back again. Yeah, I'm offering coaching. Somebody said, yes, I'm offering coaching right now. Very, 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 very strong one. To achieve purpose, you must know or find the why you are doing what you are doing. Angela, Mommy Claire next. Yes, great. He said to live from the inside out. Wow, that's very great. If you can do that, really, really get that. That is really, really powerful. I learned that the Lord has placed in you and on you. Really, really good. Really, really good. Really, really good. And I hope that you are making notes and picking up and few stuff out very quickly. In order to understand your personal purpose, okay, it's not complete. Actioning your why. Somebody says, yeah. Keep coming. Keep coming. Yeah. Somebody says, the goal is not without the righteous purpose as a base. Really, really great stuff. Really, really great stuff. Really, really great stuff. Really, really great stuff. Yeah. All right. So I think I have enough cause to really continue on in the next 15 minutes. So hey, get ready. Let's go. I want to share with you something that is a little bit scary, but I just want to really okay, money is a reward, not a goal. That is great stuff that you're getting down here. I want to share with you something very takes you need deeper, but still stay where I am. And my goal and my aim, don't forget it, is to help you to understand that there is a significant impact of starting with purpose in your new year and in your life, and it will make a difference. And it is something that will help you much more better than just beginning with a goal, which many of us have not realized it over time, and even have made mistakes, gone beyond and have not realized it. So it's time to change. It's time to make a difference, and hopefully that is going to help you. I want to share with you another case, but this time is the case of a man called Viktor Frankl. Now, Viktor Frankl is an okay. I like that. Yes, do your homework, everybody. So you can see on there, somebody says, do your homework. Mommy Claire, Zelfa, do your homework. Yeah, it's keeping coming. Technical team, thank you for bringing it up on. Benjamin, again, one thing I've learned right now is believe what you are doing will result greater impact in the future, not now. Okay, that is great. Yeah, that's great. And that sustaining power, be inspired by something greater than yourself. All great men, from Jesus to the Wright brothers. If you don't know the Wright brothers, they invented aeroplane. you can see what I'm telling you in them. But I don't have much time to really go deep into all their examples. I'll stick with the few one. The third case I want to share with you is the case of Viktor Frankl. How many of you know Viktor Frankl? If you know Viktor Frankl, let me know in the comment section that whether you know him. If you know Viktor Frankl, let me know very quickly. If you have heard of the name Viktor Frankl, let me know before I continue. If you have heard of the name Viktor Frankl, okay? Many of you have not heard Viktor Frankl. Now, Viktor Frankl was an Australian psychiatrist, and he was a Holocaust survivor. And I mean, if you know the Holocaust was the time of the Nazis where Hitler killed many Jews. Even the Jews don't want to even hear about it. That is the Holocaust. He was one of the psychiatrists during those times. Yeah. And he is known to have had a profound reflection on human nature, human suffering, and other things. Now, because he was a psychiatrist in the German Nazi time, Viktor Frankl, as an Australian, was allowed to go into the concentration camps, and he wrote a book called Man's Search of Meaning. Please write it down, Man's Search of Meaning. You need to read that book. It will help you to understand even deeper most of the things that I'm offering you. If you want to read and help yourself, he wrote a book many years after on Man's Search of Meaning. And in that book, he mentioned his observation in the concentration camps. Notice, he was not a Jew, but he was allowed to go and visit some of the Jews because he was a psychiatrist. And after many years, Viktor Frankl wrote a book called Man's Search of Meaning. And in the book, he boldly said there are about 3 things that he discovered that killed people during those times. And the lessons can be learned using also what you and I are learning here right now. What are those 3 things? Good. Let me share with you. One was murder. One thing that he found was that the Nazis killed many people in these concentration camps. A terrible situation. We hope and pray will not happen in our world again. Yeah. Okay. Richard said the Holocaust survivor. Yeah, that's very true. So he's buttressing my point. Nana Hagan, you're welcome. She says paper is a catalyst to achieve your goals. That's great. But right now, what I've done is I've given you what that means. And don't forget the 4 things that I've mentioned. Start with why, not what. Begin with an inspiration, not goals. Be motivated by something beyond yourself, and live and think and communicate from the inside out and not the outside in. That is what I want to see you when you are commenting here. I really, really want you to get this practical. So I come back to Viktor Frankl and the revelation and that he got. That he learned that during his time at the concentration camps, that many Jews were killed. He realized that murder was one of the things that killed people. That the Nazis killed people in the concentration camp. Number 2 was starvation. That when people are starved over time, they die. But the third one is what is very important for what you and I are discussing right now. And the third thing that he observed, mysteriously and strangely, is purposelessness. Do you know that during all these times, not all the Jews that died, some died by murder, some died by starvation, but you observe that those who had purpose, they were able to outlive the challenges and the difficulties that were brought to them. This is one of the significant impact of purpose at the start of the year, that if you have to have your kind of concentration camp, where in life it can be so challenging, the high cost of living, you feel alone in the vision that you are carrying. But if you have a greater inspiration and you are motivated by something, that dream, that goal will not die. So like I said, I'm not saying don't have goals, but I'm saying that have something stronger than just goals. Are you getting understanding? So that is what he observed, and that is it. He got some observations here that because of time, I don't want to really go there because I want to stick with you really quickly. So are you getting it? So these are the 3 things that kill people. Many of you are not in murder situations. Many of you are not starving. But if you are purposeless, then you can run for 5 years, 6 years with goals. And like the first case I said, you even give up having goals. For so many people have given up having goals. Yeah, so this is what you need to pick it up. And especially it's the purposelessness part. If you don't start with purpose, somebody said work on your purpose right away. This is the first. So I decided to do this at the right time. Like I said, I would normally do with my coaching students, but you are really welcome to join, and I'm excited that you made it. We have a lot of people on there right now, and that is really great. So the key point there is purpose. Now somebody is asking, what if I don't start with purpose? I've already said something. I've already talked much about it, but let me give you 5 reasons why I want to look at start with purpose from an opposite point of view. So if you have a question, please ask. But if you don't have a question, I'm asking the question and answering it for you. What if I don't start with purpose? What if I don't start with purpose? What if I start with my goals? I've told you, many people don't get it. What if I want to start just what I want? You can go ahead and do it. For many of you, you have been taught to have New Year resolutions, like we said. But if, honestly speaking, you will be true to yourself to find out that most of you have not realized your goals, then I'm showing you another reason why and another way for you to fulfill it. And my only encouragement for you is to go ahead and probably implement some of the things that I'm sharing with you. Okay? So, what if I don't start with purpose? I'm getting to the end. I want to share with you 5 reasons why, and 5 reasons that will happen if you don't. Number 1, starting with purpose is not the only way, but I am here to assure you that it is the best way. I've given you enough examples. I have run a ministry for 10 years. I've been in coaching for 13, 14 years. I've been professionally coaching all these years. I've run an organization for 5 years in a row. And this is what I can tell you. Starting with purpose is not the only way. There are other ways, which you have tried, many of you. But what I'm here to tell you is, starting with purpose is the best way. And I'm speaking from experience here now. Very high level coaching I'm giving you for free. Number 2, starting with purpose is again not the only way to success. Many of you are driven by success, but it is the only way to maintain a lasting success. I have the opportunity to have been mentored by Miles Monroe. Many of you know him, very great guy. And even in his death, I look at the guy and he's still impacting life. That is a life worth living. So many people die and they are forgotten. Until now, people are still discovering Miles Monroe years after his death. This is the same thing that Jesus did. This is the same thing that great Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, these guys did not just start to become president, they were inspired and motivated by something more. Are you getting it? I think I'm seeing some questions. I'm coming to that, Angie. I'll come to that. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So I'll come to that. So those who have questions, please ask. If you have any question, this is the time to ask, because I won't go beyond 20 minutes. So we are 1 hour now. And like I said, I want it to be sweet and quick. I won't go beyond that. So I'll take some questions at the end. So make your notes. And if you have any questions, drop it at the comment section. I know that the technical team will let me have it at some point, and I'll get it there. But very quickly, what if I don't start with purpose? Maybe you are asking that question. I've come to the question part. Number two, it is not the only way to success. But I'm here to tell you it is the only way to maintaining lasting success. And I've given you an example. Number three, without a greater why, it becomes very difficult to maintain personal or organizational growth and loyalty. Write this statement down. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Why is it that many of these young people like to buy Apple from Apple and not from any other source, even though it's so expensive? People don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. If you are in my coaching class, I will take you exclusively into some deeper dimension to show you how the mind of people when they are buying things online, and it will marvel you. And it will marvel you. I've been in business for so long, and sometimes I tell my wife, let me do this online and check within minutes and see the number of orders that will come. If you go to shop, the high probability of you will buy one, get one free. But by the time you finish and you go home, you realize that you have actually spent more than you either thought you were going to spend in the market. How many of you have realized that? It's true. But you thought in your mind you were buying one and get one free. But actually you spent more. There is a way that the mind thinks. If you want to maintain, those of you in business, if you want to maintain a high level of organizational growth, and if you want to maintain loyalty people, loyal customers, then this is the only way. Because without a greater why, I can show you scientifically, psychologically, that it will be difficult to maintain personal and organizational growth. And I think I've given you a lot of examples. Number four, without a greater why, one can be effective on a short term, but not on the long term. And that explains why, even though you don't use this platform or you start with goals, January is okay. Some of you, after February, you begin to forget even what you wrote down. By December, 90% of people, 95% of people have forgotten what they even wrote. If you work with me, at the end of the year, I was showing them my why and how I held it for 1 year, and I can account that everything I said, I've been effective on it. So if you don't start with purpose, that is okay. But I want to tell you that without it, you can be effective on a short term, and many of you are effective on a short-term basis. And the problem is, how do I become effective on a long term? Start with why. And number five, there is only a thin line between inspiration and manipulation. There is only a thin line. If you know it, you know it. If you don't get it, I won't go deeper into it anymore. But there is only a thin line between inspiration and manipulation. It's either what you are doing, you have a very massive inspiration on it, or it's either what you are looking for. When you get it, you will find a manipulative way to do it. It's either one or the other. Yeah. Yeah. So which line? The inspiration part is the purpose part. The manipulation part is also there. And many of you have been manipulated. You know, last year, we got somebody dupe us in the house spice. My wife will laugh at this. One of the customers, one of the guys we get drinks from, he called us. We called him. And listen to this on inspiration and manipulation and see how it works. We called him. And we have bought drinks from him before. So he said, okay, I have the drinks, pay the money, and I'll deliver the drinks. So because we have transacted business with him 2 or 3 times, we paid the money and the drinks never came. It became a police issue. What happened? You see, he went into business without a greater why. And along the line, the business collapsed. We didn't know in that short term when the business collapsed. So he took the money, but he never delivered the goods. And later we found out that he's no longer in business. It showed us that he was driven by money. So even though with the money, he still manipulated us. So many of you, if you are not inspired, you'll be manipulated. You may have an organizational now, but listen to me, if you don't have an inspiration, and you see, I'm coming to a place where some of you need to come, some of you need to be mentored, and some of you need to cut the coach. Because if you don't know the thin line between inspiration and manipulation, then you'll be in trouble. Yeah, I want to pick a question that somebody asked. Please pull it up for me before I move forward very quickly. Yeah, so that is the 5 reasons if I'm to answer the question, what if I don't start with purpose? Okay. How do you work on finding purpose when you are too overwhelmed by the cares of this world, lack of money, legal restriction, illness, and all these things? Angie, that is massive, and that's why I'm here. Angie, the simple thing is you need a life coach. Angie, the simple thing that you need a mentor. This is a question that is a tailor-made question, and that's why I'm here. So for me, I believe that, Angie, you are on my coaching course, and I need your response this year. And I believe that we are working on it, but you have asked a very powerful question, and I know that you're asking the question for yourself and also mostly to benefit other people. So I can't give you a definite answer for other people now, other than where I'm going to. You need a coach. You need a mentor. Many of you underestimate the power of mentorship and coaching. Like I told you about myself, being mentored by Miles Monroe. I was able to be mentored for about a year before he died. Personally. Many, I'm not here to blow horns. Even as of today, I'm still going through mentorship as I mentor other people. And I pay for them. I'm currently doing a course right now. So many of you don't want to pay anything. No, you have to put value to get value. Yeah. So I'm giving this for you for free, but there is more. There is the practicality of it. So if you're an individual, and if you are a group, or if you're an organization, hey, some of us are here. We will do the best with our experience and most of the things I'm sharing with you to help you. So immediately after here, I know that some of you may have to go into my coaching platform and register so that I can have one-on-one with you, 1.5 with your organization, and look at where you are and see how we can scale your organization in 2024. That is the best. This is the best I can offer you for free. Really. So Angie, because you're on my coaching course, I've already given you some assignments, and from December, you and I have been working on one-to-one. You know that, and I know that we are getting somewhere. But the question you ask is a question I look at it for many people here. It's amazing. Come on, thank you. Many of you have been able to stay on. I've more than 30 people in the class right now. That's amazing. I've seen almost about 50, 60 people. That's really great. Yeah, that's really, really great. Okay, so no one has started with why. What is required after the short-term success? Yeah, no, so I don't get the question right. No one has started with why. What is required after a short-term success? I'm talking of a long-term success. If you look at what we just said here, very quickly, let me pull my slides. Without a greater why, one can be effective on a short term. Short term can be a week, can be up to a month. So most of you by January, if you really don't go with most of the things that I'm offering you, that's a short-term success. So Angie, again, people should be looking at a long-term success, and many of you want to be successful on a long term. How do you do that? You must start with why. Yeah. So this is what I would say next. What is next after this seminar? Let me help you. After this webinar, what is next? On the first of January, you have made a very important decision of coming onto this webinar, and I know it has been good because I can see many of you still on there. What is next? For me, What is next for my organization? That's the question. Number one, write down your whys first. This is the step-by-step process I want you to do. And I am being very honest and giving some of these things to you for free. You have to pay me on the normal day to get these things. But like I said, we are inspired by something more than just money. But what I've seen over time is that I've learned to put value on the things that I have, because people don't like free stuff. Yeah. Okay, I think, let me see whether it's a different question. The question is, once you realize you have not started with why, what must you do? Angie, this is what you should do. So that's a good question, and I thought ahead of you. So I love the questions you are bringing up. Please, I just have about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes with you. If you have any question, please come on, bring it up, as we are seeing an amazing stuff. Thank you, Angela. So what is next? Based on the question that you just asked me, this is what I will say. Go back to the drawing board, step some time into reflective mode. Don't throw away your goals, but pick another sheet of paper. On top of your goals, write down your whys first. Okay? Write down your whys first. I would have shown you an example, but those of you who come with me on coaching, this is what I'm going to help you do. And I'm going to sit down with you one-on-one. I'm giving this to you, but after I finish, you have to do an assignment. Somebody said, go home and do some work. That's the truth. If you come with me for coaching and mentoring, I'll show you and I'll give you the link in the next few minutes. Stay with me. I'll have time for you. I'll sit down with you. I'll come into your organization. I'll work alongside you. But I hope that if not, this helps. Take it for free and change your life. And one day you say thank you. I will appreciate it. So what must I do? Somebody asked. One, go back and write your whys first. Go and find out your inspiration, your motivation. You see, the power of coaching is when I sit down with you, I can tell that this is a strong motivation. This is not a good motivation. That is not a good motivation. I just did it with my daughter about an hour before we started. I said, Christine, what do you want in 2024? She went to write things that he wants. He said, I want to write. I want to do this. He came back and said, Christine, this is results. This is results. But this is how why it looks like. And she went back and restated it. And after that, I'm going to be sitting down with all three of my kids and doing that. I'm coming on the coaching program. Everybody on there, we're going to be working together on this. Number two, identify your roles. When I know why 2024, I'm inspired and motivated, I go and identify my role. For instance, my role is an individual. My role is a husband, a father, and a brother. I play a role of a pastor. I play a role of a business owner. I play about 10 roles. So I start with 5 first every year. Then I come down to my roles. I have the material there. I have materials you will download for this work that will help you. I'm not going to give it to you. I'll just give it to you this, but I want those who want to go to the next level with me right now to do that. Then you lift down your roles. And then what I do is that now I pick the roles. The third thing is down, you set goals. You see, the goals are the what. So notice the ones in black. Why, what, and how. I'm coming on that. Start with why, what I've just told you. Then in between your why, identify your roles. And then after that, pick the roles and set goals. This is the problem. Many of you start with the goals or the what first. So the difference between what you have been doing over the last 5-10 years and what I'm showing you is the 1, 2, and then the 3. And there's a massive difference. Okay? Then you start with, you come down, you set goals. So then I say, as a husband, this is my goals. But before that, there is a why, so that the goals will have foundation to stand on. I hope you get it. Then number 4, you take a plan of action. So my plan of action comes after my why, my roles, my goals. Then my plan of action. That is when I know what I'm doing on a weekly basis. That will help me to fulfill something in monthly basis. And the reason why I will not give up is because I'm inspired by something that only you know. And coaching and mentoring will help you to do that. Be it individual, be it organization. Things will not achieve itself. You have to. Then the last one is you have to take a plan of action daily. So Success by the end of 2024 needs the now this becomes the petrol in the car. This becomes the fuel, the driving force. Now the how comes in. The how is success by the end of 2024 will require how. When I have the why, I have the what, then the hows. The hows are the values that I have. And some of the values include discipline. In my coaching class, I call this vitamin N. Who knows what vitamin N is? Who knows what vitamin N is? Before I tell you, great session. For your work, you will be greatly rewarded both on earth and in heaven. God bless you. All right. Angie, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you throw me some £1,000 also in my account, I'll be blessed as well. I can see you laughing, but yes, hey, I like that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, who knows what vitamin N is? Edward said, I don't know. If you don't know, state, I don't know. I'm going to tell you very quickly. If you don't know, if you want to guess, you can guess. What is vitamin N? Vitamin N is one of the requirements. Oh, Nana Hagan has told you very quickly. Nana Hagan has told you, Nana, thank you so much. The ability to say no. Yesterday, somebody was in my car. I was dropping her home. She's unknown. I'm not sure whether she's there. But whilst we were talking, she identified that one of the areas of her weakness is her inability to say no. And we learned it. Many of you, you have to be able to say no to some calls. You have to be able to say no to some Facebook tweets. You have to be able to say no to the phone. You close it a little bit. That is your vitamin N. No is a vitamin. If you want to be successful, it's one of the greatest value you have to develop. So you need discipline. The word discipline comes from the word disciple, mentorship. That's what discipline. That's why Jesus picked 12 disciples. He picked 12 people to discipline them, to mentor them. Somebody say, okay, no, yeah. Yeah, Prit, you are getting it. It's not nature, it's no, yeah. Ability to say no to some friends. Because when you know where you are going, your why and your what, some friends, you will say no to them because they are not getting you there. Anybody that will make the boat heavy, you say no to. You know where you are going, so nobody waste your time for 3-4 hours gisting on things that is not adding no value to your life. Somebody said, now I know vitamin N. Yeah, you need that vitamin. Yeah. So you need discipline, which comes from the word disciple. And nobody can do it for you. You have to build it yourself. And that's why you need a coach alongside you. You see, when you come on my coaching program, what I will do is when you tell me what you are going to do, and from time to time, I come to you and say, hey, how far you've got to, because many of you, that is what you need. You have to be practical. The ability to say no. 3, you need focus. You need focus. And 4, you need intentionality. You have to be intentional on a daily basis. This is the secret to everything that I do. It's easier said than done. And I promise you, if you come alongside me, now I'm going into coaching and mentoring. Very quickly, I'm out of here. So I want to offer our coaching school to you. In a minute, I will try and put the link in the chat. Get them to put it in there. For those of you who individual aspirations, as you can see there, and you believe that probably you want to go beyond this this webinar, and you want me to personally work with you, then I'm encouraging you to pick up this link. I hope you can pick up this link. very quickly. If you want to, you can see the link there in the chat. I hope that but when we finish, hopefully I'll be able to send the messages to you, and go and register, or simply go and type AFAP Coaching School. As you can see on the type AFAP Coaching School on your search engine, you will see something like this: register very quickly for personal development, for business training, for public speaking, and much more. It's a tailor-made coaching and mentorship. That's the level where I am now. I want to help transform your life. I want to help you fulfill your goals. And if you want to, if everything I've shared with you for free is great, go and do it. But if you want me to really come alongside, I'm not sure whether you can get the link on there, but it's something like this on the screen. The AFAP Coaching School, that's exactly that will help you to really go there. I use a province formula. I'm not sure whether you can see it on there. 4-stage formula that will be there. Will there be access to the recording of this session? I hope you get it. The recording, the access to this will be for those who are on the coaching program. So if you're on my coaching program, you have access to this because it's going back into our portfolio very quickly. So if you want it, then you have to go on the coaching program and have access to that. That is it. This is as far and as best as I can. Over time, I'll be setting some webinars, so hopefully to be a blessing. But I'm looking for people who are serious on really taking what they have and what they want to do very quickly. I want to be part of their success story. So please, if you want to, I encourage you to go there. I think the original price there was around £50, but because of this, in the next 1 week, I'm dropping it down to probably somewhere £29.99. It's not about the money, but it's about you being serious. If you know me very well, I used to do this for free, and people will not. I used to pay hotels, get food, get drink. My wife will tell you, some of you have been there. People will not come on time, and when they come, they don't even appreciate it. So at some point, I had to move forward, and I've moved beyond that. So hey, you place in a little value in it. It's not about the money, but I want it to cost you, and that you are serious for your own life. It's part of how things work. So what I can do is I've brought it down very low for you. If you have not registered, go and register. If you have registered and have not finished the course, there's nothing that I can do. You need discipline, you need intentionality, you need vitamin N, and it is your life. If you are not serious with it or you are happy with it, there's nothing that I can do. Or you have an organization, you are an individual, you are looking at scaling yourself forward and finding somebody who will sit you down to really help you on that. I'll use my experience and all the links that I have to support you to do that. So hey, this is the coaching school. If you go online, type AFAP Coaching School. Again, if you can find the link below here and you can type on it, it will take you there very quickly. Or just go on Google and type AFAP Coaching School. As you can see, you register and I will meet you there one-on-one. You'll be part of a massive community, as you can see, where we throw questions, we discuss, so things like this. As you can see, we have stuff like the Facebook page, but there we don't talk about your pictures and how you are looking. No, we talk about life. We talk about starting with purpose. We talk about what you are doing. We talk about if you are stuck and what support you can have. We have students worldwide. People have finished the course, but they are still part of this of the course on the group, and people that we are helping, and people are fulfilling their dreams and their goals massively. So hey, that is what I will say. I'm coming to an end because of the time. So yes, if you want to come on the page on the coaching course, really, then that is it. So the video playing will give you more information on the coaching program. I hope that you have learned something. If you have learned something, let me know whether you have learned something. Somebody said, thank you for allowing us to dine at your table for free. Great, you are welcome. That's what we can do. But I believe there is more, and go and register. Um, Somebody said praying for knowledge. Uh, Raises the true value of what is being offered and taught. That is great. Yeah. So it's been amazing. If you have learned anything, please let me know there. Um, and that is great, and we are excited as well. So hey, in the next 2 minutes, I'm finishing. Okay, Belinda, great to have you here. I hope you have learned something. Belinda said, "Thank you, Pastor. A good way to start the year, and I believe is perhaps one of the best way to spend your 1.5 hours in 2024. And if you can pick some of these things on, it will help you. I encourage many of you to go find that link. I'll send it on various platforms. Register, come on board, and so I can really sit down with you one-on-one. But on a general basis, this is as far as I can get. This is as far as I can go with you, and I hope that holla at me. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to send some thank you messages, send it. Isaiah said thank you for an amazing message. Richard says we'll experience it. I like it, and we'll take some motivation from here as much as we can and go forward with it. What a reward to start 2024 by starting with why. Thanks for your time. It reflects on my purpose as well. Yeah, Eddie, thank you so much. I pray for a good pastor. That is really good. Oh, okay. Glory Akbar. That is really, really great. Yeah, I'm happy to be of help. Thank you. Along the way. Don't forget to yes. That is okay. Yeah, so keep your comments coming. I am leaving you with more information on how to join the AFAB coaching school, wherever you are. And so, hey, keep your good night, wherever you are, and see you. Happy New Year and the very best.